You know the intense pressure of peak tax season, but there is a hidden leak draining revenue right out of your schedule: the client no-show. Every time that waiting room chair stays empty, it costs a preparer between $200 and $400 in lost billings, depending on the complexity of the return. When you are in the middle of the January through April rush, just a handful of those missed appointments per week compound into thousands of dollars of lost revenue. This chart compares your communication options for time-sensitive tax prep. A standard email open rate sits at about 20. It patches the immediate no-show leak and secures your annual client retention, all for mere pennies a message. You likely already know that texting works. The real challenge is finding the tool that fits your specific operation, so you don't overpay for features you will never use. The 2026 market forces a central trade-off. Do you want a frictionless, simple calendar add-on, or a complex, deep integration tied directly into your professional tax software? We are going to evaluate the 5 top options available right now. We will map each one directly to specific practice sizes, client demographics, and seasonal operating schedules. We start with the calendar add-ons. Remindlo is the default choice here for solo preparers and small offices. It requires very little input. Remindlo connects directly to your existing Google Calendar and operates on a flat $24 a month tier. It gives you true set-and-forget background automation. You can include payment links directly in the texts, and it runs seasonal reactivation campaigns to automatically bring past clients back into your office next January. The main trade-off is isolation. Remindlo operates completely independently of your professional tax software and your invoicing platforms. If you need an alternative in the calendar category, GoReminders is tailored specifically for seasonal operators. Its standout feature is its flexibility. You can completely pause the account and halt billing between May and December while preserving all of your client data for the next year. Pricing for GoReminders starts at $8 a month, but it charges per appointment rather than per message. That pricing model creates a specific trade-off. It scales poorly if you have a high appointment volume, and the platform lacks the specific reactivation campaigns necessary for annual client retention. Calendar add-ons are ideal if you want zero workflow disruption. Your choice comes down to whether your office operates year-round or if you prefer to go dormant in May. On the opposite end of the technology spectrum are tax software native platforms. Textellent dominates this category. It demands significant setup time to integrate directly with software like Drake or Lacerte, and it requires a higher, custom-priced monthly fee. Textellent delivers deep automation. Texts fire based strictly on return status changes. It automatically requests a missing W-2 or sends a filing confirmation. Yet this steep learning curve and opaque pricing is massive overkill for solo preparers. Textellent is strictly for established practices with 200 or more clients. At that size, the hours saved on manual administrative status updates easily justify the heavy software investment. There are 2 specific operational edge cases left to cover: serving older demographics and communicating with hundreds of clients simultaneously. Appointment Reminder is the solution for practices with older, established clientele who strongly prefer phone calls over texts. It is a 3-channel system. For a $29 a month premium, it triggers automated voice phone calls right alongside standard SMS and email reminders. With Appointment Reminder, you are paying a premium entirely for those voice capabilities, sacrificing text-specific integrations and seasonal recall tools in the process. If you need mass communication, Text-em-all is the broadcast megaphone option. You upload a raw CSV list to blast a single alert, like "tax season is open," to thousands of contacts simultaneously. This system runs entirely on prepaid credits. The critical trade-off here is that Text-em-all features zero calendar integration. It cannot handle automated one-to-one appointment reminders. These 2 platforms solve highly specific communication hurdles. They are not standard automated appointment safeguards. Ignore the feature bloat. This decision tree maps your definitive choice based exclusively on your practice size and your current daily workflow. If you are a solo preparer or a small team currently using Google Calendar, choose Remindlo for frictionless guardrails and seasonal reactivation. If your firm has over 200 clients and uses professional tax software, choose Textellent to get status-triggered automation. If you are a strictly seasonal operation working January through April, choose GoReminders to utilize the billing pause feature. Choose Appointment Reminder strictly for automated voice calls. Choose Textellent strictly for mass broadcast alerts without calendar scheduling. Whatever system you choose, do not wait until January to deploy it. Setting up message templates, running tests, and adjusting your office workflow requires dedicated time. You need to do this before your client volume spikes. Implementing your system in December secures your annual retention and stops the no-show bleeding. Implementing it in February only creates administrative panic during peak season.